Hey, John here. So this lick, it's not really a lick, it's more of like an etude or an arpeggio exercise. But it's a really good one because you go through all the inversions of the major 3-string arpeggios and the minor 3-string arpeggios. Plus it sounds cool. So the basic progression is A minor to B major. And it kind of gives you that sci-fi-esque sound. So the way that I see this progression is that A is the one chord, and then B major is the secondary dominant of the E chord here. But we never go to the E chords, we basically go between these two the whole time. So, and this is a very common thing in classical music, but it doesn't really matter. All you need to know that the sound is something you like, and you also know how to get it. So in any key where you play a minor chord, if you play a major chord a whole step up, you're gonna get that same sound. So I think that's an easier way to look at it. But for our purposes here, it's just about learning the arpeggios. So I'm gonna go through these quite quickly, as you have the tabs available for free on my Patreon, as linked below, as usual. So we start here with the A minor. And this is probably one of the trickier shapes here because you need to do a lot of barring. And I have a video on barring and how to clean up your arpeggios. I'm going to link that down below as well, so I don't have to go through it here. But basically what you want to do is that you roll your finger like that. So you want to be in contact, or rather you want to have pressure on that specific point or that specific string. So when I'm here, I try to have all my pressure on the top note. And then when I roll on to the middle, I try to keep it on the middle note, and then of course on the lowest note. So that's the basic idea behind it. So we got 8, 5, 5, 5. The way that I picked this and the way that I would suggest is starting with a downstroke or upstroke actually, because once you get into the whole arpeggios section here, it's going to be the same type of shapes, meaning 3-string sweeps, but now we're going to have to start each sweep with an upstroke because we're coming from 3 downstrokes. So let's start this with an upstroke right away, even though in the tabs you have a downstroke. So up, pull off, up, down, down, down. And this downstroke is very important because it's very hard to go up, up, and then change direction in the middle of a sweep. And again, I have another video on that, why I think this is a better way of doing it. And don't take my word for it. Pretty much anyone that has a really good sweeping technique use this type of picking pattern for these looped 3-string arpeggios. All right, so we have this arpeggio. And then we move up to the next inversion of that arpeggio. It just means that we have the same notes, just in a different order. So that's going to be 12, 8, 10, 9. And the picking pattern is the same. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's actually a good thing to practice, just going between those two over and over again. And after that, we have the same thing, but the major version. So now we're going to have the major version of this arpeggio. It's just the top of a B major bar chord. So we got 11, 7, 7, 8. And then we move that up to the next inversion, which is going to be the same major version of the one we had here. So it's just going to be like a D major type shape, but from B. So we got 14, 11, 12, 11. And same thing here, you can work on just going between these two. After that, we go back to the A minor again that we came from, so this one. And then we move up to the next shape in A minor. So again, we just take these notes and jumble them around a bit so we get these. So basically we have 17, 12, 13, 14. And same thing here, you want to practice these shifts as well. And this is a trickier one. It's quite a large one. So what can help here is to actually stretch out to prepare for the skip, so it's not, you know, as far. But again, just work on it slowly. After that, we're back to the B major again. And then we're gonna move that up to the major version of this one. So now you need to bar here, which can be tricky as well. But no, we're not gonna do this. Instead, we're gonna go down this arpeggio and just end on this note before we have like just an ending scale run. So this shape then is a 5-string arpeggio. So we got up, pull off, up, 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 down, picking wise, and the notes would be, or the frets would be 19, 14, 16, 16, 16, 18, and then end on 14. And after that, we go up the melodic minor scale. And the melodic minor scale is the regular minor scale, but we have raised the 6th scale degree and the 7th. And the reason why that's good to use here is because it sort of leads us up to the root note. So we have, so it's quite a nice sound, I think. And this is just alternate picking. So we have 12, 14, 15, then we have 12, 14, 16, 13, 14, 16, 13, 15, 17, and finally we have 14, 16, 17. And I know this is really hard to follow when I just call out fret numbers, but that's why we have the tabs, and like I said, they're all available for free. Just click in the description below and you'll find the link. So that's it for this one. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll help you out as soon as possible. Otherwise, have fun with this one and see you in the next one.